Hello everyone. So this is our CMP 285 project that we have created, which is Stock Portfolio Suggestion Engine, and the team members are Ajay, Jyotsna, and Ritika. So the architecture that we have followed is that an actor would be able to access the front end, and the front end technologies that are used are HTML5 and CSS, whereas for the back end we have utilized Flask. We have utilized Flask because it provides us with APIs and which can easily integrate with our front end. So for the purpose of utilizing the stock data, we have used the IEX Finance Stock APIs, which provides us with time to time and daily stock usage and price. So the features of our stock suggestion engine are: the users enter the investment amount and the application gives back the list of stocks. The current details of the stocks are also provided, such as prices and the percentage change. Then the multiple possible investment strategies can be used, such as growth, index, value, quality, and ethical stock investment strategy. So it's a user controlled UI and it's a very user friendly interface in order to provide the user with the ease of use. Moreover, this entire project is hosted on the cloud, an AWS instance, so it can be accessed from anywhere in the world. So the extra features that our project has are: the recent relevant economical news are scrolled at the bottom of the web application, which would definitely is similar to what Wall Street and stock markets provide every day. So some stocks and their companies are also scrolled in the bottom of the result page, making it more dynamic. A graph depicting the previous 5 days of prices of a particular chart helps us in visualizing the representation of the stocks and also how what is the status of the stocks in the last 5 days. We have utilized Bootstrap which for the front end in order to develop a clean and responsive user interface. So basically the challenges that we faced during our project are: we had to learn a lot about the Python frameworks in order to decide which one would be most suitable for our project. Also integrating different modules together, as they were built on different platforms and by different team members and in different languages. So also moreover a lot of research had to be done to find out the best possible API and the stock exchange markets available online in order to utilize for our project. Moreover, as I said earlier, debating what API to go for and which is the best way to divide the investment amount in order to give the user the best decision possible. So, for this particular division of the investment amount, we have used the Benjamin Graham's Intelligent Investor. So, we divided to calculate the price per book ratio and price per earning ratio. So, as mentioned here, the price per book ratio is used to compare a company's net assets available to common shareholders relative to the sale price of its stock, whereas the price per earning ratio is the dollar amount an investor can expect to invest in a company in order to receive $1 of the company's earnings. In simple words, the company with most positive price change for that particular day will get the maximum percentage of the investment amount. This ensures that the investment amount stocks that are shown to the user or suggested to the user are in real time. So now we have employed 10 test cases for our particular project, which Ajay would be discussing and also demonstrating the demo here. Thank you.
Hi all, thank you Ritika. I'm Jyotsna. I'll be running through the test cases of stock profile suggestion app. This is our home page. The first test case will be we'll pass no input at all. Either we don't select the investment amount and or the strategy. Click on go. So it should throw an error, validation error saying that please fill the amount field. Our next test case will be selecting the strategy, but we are not giving the investment amount. So I'll just select one of the investment strategies and leave the investment amount blank and click on go. This will also throw an error as the investment amount is a mandatory field. The next test case is entering an investment amount but selecting no strategy. I'll enter some random amount and unclick the strategy and click on go. It should throw an error saying that please select at least one strategy. The next test case is entering an investment amount less than $5,000. When an amount less than $5,000 is entered, it should throw an error message. Our next test case will be entering an investment greater than $10 million. Let's change the investment amount something more than $10 million and click on go. It should throw an validation error as shown. Our next test case will be entering an investment amount and selecting 3 investment strategies. I'll select the valid investment amount and choose 3 investment strategies. This will throw an error as please select up to 2 strategies. The next set of test cases will be positive test cases, will be run by Ajay. Thank you.
I'm Ajay, and moving ahead with the positive test cases, let's start with number 7, which says enter an investment amount and select one strategy. So I'll enter an investment amount which is greater than 5,000, and I'll select ethical investing. So now we'll see a table with ethical investing and 3 different stocks, that is Gilead Sciences, Alphabet and Adobe, with their respective prices. And we can see that the investment amount of 5,000 is divided between these 3 stocks. The criteria of division is as follows. So as we can see, Gilead Sciences has the most positive changes, that is negative 0.45, which means that this stock among the 3 is performing better. So the application will allocate 50% of the investment amount to this stock. The remainder of 50% is distributed between Alphabet and Adobe, which are second and third most best performing stocks in this table. So Adobe with minus 8.62 gets $1,500 and Alphabet with minus 26 gets $1,000. We also have a historical data for them where the stock prices of last 5 days are recorded and charted in this graph. So as we can see, Gilead Sciences has dropped from 67.35 to 65.3. Similarly, we can see Alphabet and Adobe have data for the past 5 days, and this gives us a visual representation of how the stocks are performing and is it a good idea to invest in them or not. This may help the user to make a decision further. Alright, now moving for the next test case, which says enter an investment amount and select 2 strategies at a time. So let's put in a value, say 6,000 this time, and I'll select growth investing along with quality investing. So in this case, we will get 2 different tables, one for growth investing and one for quality investing, with different stock values. So there is Carvana Company, Enterprise Product Partners, and Trinet Group Incorporate for growth investing, and Amazon, Schlumberger, and Canopy Growth Corporation for quality investing. The amount $6,000 is again divided using the same criteria, where the most positive price change will have 50%. The next test case is clicking on the news items, scrolling at the bottom. So as you can see at the bottom of the page, there are news items that are moving in the marquee, and suppose if we click on them, it will take us to the news article, which is US stocks snapshot. Wall Street tumbles on global economic worries. J&J drags S&P Dow, which is given by CNBC. So any number of economics related articles can be incorporated at the bottom of the page, and this is an extra features which is relevant for the web application. Moving forward, since this web application is hosted on an EC2 instance of Amazon Web Services, we can hit this URL and the application will run as it. So as you can see, I was running this on localhost, but let me just open a new tab and hit this URL, and the application will run in a similar fashion, where I can again select a strategy and then enter an investment amount, and I'll get the similar results as expected. So all the 10 test cases we have seen are now seems to be passing. Moving ahead, how can we make this application better? So if we have infinite time and money, and we can make this more robust and show detailed analytics, which gives a better visual representation of the stocks in different charts, not only bar charts but pie charts and graphs. Then, with better understanding of the stock market, proper investment strategies can be selected. Emailed feedback and frequently asked questions platform can be incorporated, where the users can ask their doubts to resident experts. They will send a text message or maybe an email, and the experts will reply back to them, solving their queries and helping them in taking a decision to invest. In future, a mobile application can also be developed in addition to this present existing web application. With this, we conclude a project presentation for COMPE 285 for the fall semester of 2018. Thank you very much.